Zimbabwe's treasury is seeking $2.6 billion to move its debt renegotiation and clearance plans along.
So if you can get a bridging finance from South Africa at a cheap rate, I think that would make sense definitely. That could provide us with some temporary respite. But I think government is trying to prioritize the compensation to former farm owners, white farm owners, in the hope that once that's cleared, that will pave the way for a speedy re-engagement process.
Zimbabwe agreed to pay former white farmers $3.5 billion and has pledged to reduce government spending as part of negotiations with its creditors, which have so far made slow progress. Neighboring South Africa may be willing to assist to improve regional stability. However, some observers say it may not have the capacity to put up the full amount Zimbabwe requires.
You look at the standoff between Washington and Pretoria, you look at the G20 coming year end, South Africa already has got a full basket of challenges which it has to somehow deal with. South Africa itself is on a fiscal cliff edge. You had seen how the budget had to go 3 times to the National Assembly for it to be approved, which is an issue.
Zimbabwe's debt ballooned to $21 billion due to its failure to service the obligations which continue to weigh down the economy.
We need to be growing by at least 10% every year if we are to generate adequate revenues and capacity to be able to sustainably address the debt problem. When you look at our growth numbers over the past 10 years, we have averaged 2%, which is grossly inadequate.
To achieve double-digit growth, Zimbabwe needs to address enablers such as energy and infrastructure. Authorities argue that sort of expenditure requires concessionary international funding, which it currently can't access, leaving them in a catch-22. Farai Mwakutuya, CGTN, Harare, Zimbabwe.